everybody, it's Casey Williams. When Kia first introduced the Niro, I didn't think a whole lot of it. It came standard as a hybrid, but the exterior of it just kind of looked like a little 5-door compact hatchback. Wasn't very exciting. But then I drove it. It was smooth, quiet, lots of power, and I drove the EV version of that one too. And that one also had a really good range and easy to recharge. Well, for 2023, they've completely redesigned the vehicle, and the exterior and the styling finally matches the powertrain underneath of it. Let's go have a look at the 2023 Kia Niro Touring. Even just looking at the front of the Niro, you can tell it's a lot more exciting. You know, the headlamps and the overall design does a much better job of tying it to vehicles like the EV6 and of course even the Sportage. But I really like it. It's got the new logo. I like the blacked out down below. I think it looks really nice. Headlamps here, LEDs, looks very slick. Again, this is the touring model, so it's got some more of the upscale features on it. Looks a little sportier and a little more refined, but I really like it a lot. Come around to the side, I really like what they've done with the styling. Still kind of has that, 5-door hatchback, mini crossover look to it, but it looks really nice. I like the alloy wheels, 18 inches. I like the black patch down below and kind of over the wheels. Just some really nice things to give it interest. I really like this section here in the back. This one's contrasting color. I think it looks good. I like the black roof rack too. Again, really is, it's really kind of Kia's competitor to the Toyota Prius, but it just looks a lot sportier. It just looks more like a crossover. I really like these tail lamps. Almost had kind of a Cadillac effect on them. Power rear hatch. And again, not a huge amount of space inside, but you can put the seats down, split fold. Certainly get your bicycles in here and get other gear in here as well. Luggage, no problem with all that. A little bit of underfloor storage. This one doesn't have a spare tire. It's just got the inflator kit, but that's pretty typical in these cars. Well, if somebody had blindfolded me and set me down inside the new Niro, I really would have thought it was the EV6 electric vehicle. I love what they've done. I love this slick kind of dual screen effect that's become a Kia trademark. I think it looks good. I like the flat screen gauges here, and then I also like the touch screen. And it works very intuitively, very easy to go through all the different functions. Down below, this is really kind of clever. So right now I've got it on, basically the audio functions, map, nav, radio, media, that all connect to the screen. I press this button here, and all that changes to the climate control. So your volume and tuning changes to your dual zone automatic climate control and those settings. And you might think, well, that's kind of silly and it's kind of cumbersome to get back and forth. But if you think about it, especially with automatic climate control, you set it and forget it. I got 770, it's going to stay there. So once that's done, that's done. You can push it back, and then you got all those settings there. So it really cleans up the dash, feels very modern, and I really like what they've done with that. I like the steering wheel, nice thick leather-wrapped steering wheel. The seats, they're not real leather, they're vegan leather, but I also like them. They're very comfortable, very firm. I like the headrest. Just lots of little styling touches. The lights here in the dashboard kind of has this aluminum effect in here, but there's lights here. And this piano black finish, that continues into a swath on the door, an aluminum trim on the door, aluminum trim on the door. Very nice. But some of the other things, you've got power sunroof up above. The seats in front are heated and ventilated. Steering wheel, it's heated. You got the Harman Kardon audio system, and it all just works very nice together. Also, a lot of safety systems. Kia is really focused on safety. So this has adaptive cruise control. It's got lane keep assist, lane departure warning, blind spot warning, rear cross path detection, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise. It's got lane centering steering. And it also has Kia's safe exit assist. So it uses the blind spot monitors to make sure you don't step into traffic, as you park the car. So again, I think the interior is just absolutely beautiful. It's very easy to use, very easy to connect all your devices, but it's also, really enhanced with safety too. Well, Kia makes 3 versions of the Niro. They make a regular hybrid, they make a plug-in hybrid, and then they make a full EV. This is the regular hybrid. And of course, being the Touring Edition, it has all the luxury features on it. But as that hybrid, has 1.6 liter, 4-cylinder engine, gas engine, has a 6-speed automatic transmission, which I think is really nice. A lot of hybrids have continuously variable transmissions that sound kind of whiny. This feels a lot more natural, feels a lot more normal, and I like that a lot. I like the transmission. Produces enough power, 139 horsepower, but 195 pound-feet of torque combined. So, again, horsepower is not real high, but it's a little front drive compact car. Torque's really good, so it gets off the line, it's smooth on the highway, feels nice. Fuel economy is fantastic. 53 miles per gallon in the city, 45 on the highway. So again, kind of a little mini crossover, really excellent fuel economy. But then there's also driving it. They do a good job. It feels firm, but it also does a good job of kind of soaking up the rough pavement. and not just jarring your teeth in the city. But for a city car, I think it's fantastic, and I think for a young family having a car that you can take on long trips, I think it's also pretty good there. There's enough space in the back seat. Kids can get back there no trouble. And again, with it being the kind of vegan leather, it's easy just to wipe it down, wash it down. And I just think they did a really nice job with this car. So the base price of the Niro is pretty reasonable, right about $26,500. For a 53 mile per gallon hybrid, that's pretty good. But this one, with all the luxury features on it, being the touring and it is really well equipped, $36,435. And I think that's getting towards the upper end of what a car like this should cost. But I think if you got in this and you said, well, what should a $36,000 car have on it? I think you would feel like this car is very well equipped for that price. Well, next week, another fun car. Until then, storm forward.